We are 15 miles due west of the Atlantic, nestled in downtown Jacksonville at TIAA Bank Field. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Miami Dolphins. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
Off your head, this that put the kids to bed, this that I got feelings, I just nothing's in my DNA, I got millions, I got riches building in my DNA,
First and 10 and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. Three tight ends are out there. A first carry now for Thompson. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll take it to the 43-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, wasn't Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I want to see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ways.
And the Dolphins now with a first and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
He was taken down at the 22.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
From the 22, here's second and 8. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First down, Dolphins.
On first down, here's Breida. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
Ball carrier.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Pickup of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 37. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially as pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Josh Allen. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Jakeem Grant, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
His kick is good.
And this one through the uprights and good.
Game at 7.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Jaguars take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Ready? 10-2 soft. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Shotgun handoff to Thompson. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Carry. Tackle.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Minshew brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
On first down, it's Thompson. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
He's brought down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Mike, 55. Pilot, 64. Read.
On 2nd and 9, Minshew. He'll fire one deep, and that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. D.D. Westbrook, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Jaguars 14, Dolphins 7.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Dolphins 7.
Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 47-yard line.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Flushed out right. It gets it into the arms of Parker. Complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 27. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. Looking for the end zone. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But I think a Dolphin was able to fall on it. Yes, they'll keep possession here. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
To
Matt Breida, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14.
One tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking for James O'Shaughnessy as tight end. And now it's 2nd down.
Byron Jones.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on. On
2nd and 10, it's Minshew. And the Dolphins Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Raekwon Davis brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough road for Minshew and the Jags.
51 to Mike, boys, 51. Hey, seam 6, seam 6.
Out of the gun is Minshew. Flush to his right. He's got Thompson here, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out into a hit, and the ball is out. And the Jags grab it, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out of practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Two-hand. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football. Taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Minshew. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Byron Jones.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right?
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jakeem Grant with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Dolphins strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 21-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
25-yard line.
Second and 10.
Right there, remember, 55. Get the ball. Mike, 55. Score.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. DJ Chark, his second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Lambeau on for the extra point. tied at 21.
That ties the game at 21 apiece.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Tua going to hand this one to Breida. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Tua. That is incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. He's able to knock that one away.
And throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. And good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down is Minshew. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
From the contact, Xavier Howard on the coverage.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll throw now on the final play. And that will be incomplete. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
But conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Breida to get the third quarter started. And he's got Rome. through an opening, and there he goes. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Matt Breida, 85 yards. And the Dolphins have broken our tie as they take the lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and they will take a 7-point lead. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
10 at their own 19-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
They'll run on first down. Thompson, and able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. He was 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Yards to go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Hey, 4 down. General West. Hey, Charlie.
Here's Minshew. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a first down, and that catch also puts him at 150 yards receiving now for the game. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Hand off to Thompson, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw it, Minshew. And he'll let this one go deep for... And this is caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark, 37 yards. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. He's got it. This thing's turning a bit wild here. We're tied at 28.
We'll tie the game, 28 all. Josh Lambo to kick off.
So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter. So we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the third quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Escaping the pressure right. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
But you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers getting together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
He's going up top for Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
42-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. Well, this game's ripe for the taking, and that run, I think it means he wants to take it.
Not only does he want to take it, he doesn't care what they're going to do on the defensive side of the ball. You can be prepared for him. He's coming at you anyway.
Hey, stand up.
On first, here's Washington. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now, there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now Minshew. He's got the hook up to Miller. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here.
6-yard line.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. They give it here to Thompson, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching, and there was another 1st down run right there.
They'll turn to Thompson. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6.
Another carry.
They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
On the tackle. A 3-yard loss on the play.
Minshew sets to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
And Lambeau will put this one through, and the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
At their own 20-yard line.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at the 20. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. The 330-pounder Al Woods brings the boom on the sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now Tua, a big spot for the rookie from Alabama. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Florida, C.J. Henderson. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
To go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Now Tua. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Albert Wilson, the intended receiver there, but it's going to be 2nd down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
I think someone's going to get in the QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That would be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at the 23. 13 yards, the tally on the return there. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
Carried by number 34.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3.
up third.
They go with Thompson again. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 2 yards on the pick up there. It's 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
On 4th down, Minshew. And Eifert has it. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Past the 20, 10, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Chris Thompson, 53 yards, and the Jaguars add 6 to their lead.
We know it's primarily a passing league now, but anytime a runner breaks one like that, you've got to have a secondary that can find a way to him and find a way to get him on the ground. Absent of that, he's going to find the end zone every time.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. He's got a man complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jakeem Grant, 75 yards. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 1-score game.
Jason Sanders for the
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough road for Minshew and the Jags. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And able to find Conley. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On 1st down, Thompson. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Here's 2nd and 9.
60 outlaw.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. We're on 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
1st and 10.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts. Got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Minshew.
So would that mean 3 weeks in the books and they creep above 500 now at 2-1?
You know, I played with a guy once after taking a knee at the end of the game, and he came in and grabbed the equipment manager and said, make sure you wash that spot, special because I just took a knee for a win. That tells you how much guys enjoy that because getting a win, no one takes it for granted.
Ready to break. I don't even know why this team showed up.
Tonight.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Jacksonville, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Cincinnati next week. Meanwhile, for Miami, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.